Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming race this weekend in Argentina. Now, before we get into it, here is the schedule for Friday. Here is the schedule for Saturday. And here is the schedule for Sunday. Now, as we know, this race did not happen last year, so for a lot of riders, it's going to be their first time at the circuit on their new machinery. So it will be interesting to see exactly how they get dialed in with those. You know, when you look at it, Marc Marquez on the factory Ducati this year, he does definitely look like the person to beat this weekend. You know, it is definitely a kind of a Marquez track. He has form around here. When you look at Pecco, you know, I would actually class the next two tracks coming up for Pecco as bogey tracks. I don't really expect anything major out of Pecco. I would be very surprised if Pecco is up there battling with Marc for the lead of the race. I just don't think the next two circuits are going to favour Pecco. I think Pecco really does need to get back into Europe to try and find his groove. And we've seen that, of course, with Pecco over the years as well. The first few races just aren't really his cup of tea. After that, you know, big question around Alex Marquez. Can he keep up the consistency? You know, what are the rest of the Ducati riders going to do? Is Digi getting stronger? You know, and, you know, it will be very interesting to see what Fermin Aldegar will do this weekend. Also, for me, then you have the Hondas and the Yamahas. I suppose interesting, like, again, I was very impressed with Mir and Zarco at Thailand. Can they keep that run of form up? Yamaha really need to turn around a dismal weekend in Thailand. Yes, they had a good sprint. They were okay in qualifying, but the main race where it really counts, it was a shit show. Then we have the Aprilias. You know, what is Bezzecchi going to do? Savadori is not really going to do much, let's be fair. You know, how is Raul going to do? And the biggest question is, can Ayagora prove that it wasn't a one race wonder also? Like, I would really class this is that the same sort of pressure now is on Ayagora that's on Alex Marquez. You know, to go out and prove that the previous race wasn't just a flash in the pan. Then we have the KTMs, which is the biggest question in the paddock right now, really, is like, what is going on and can they do it? Like, Acosta really needs a clean weekend this weekend. No crashing, no fucking about towards the pointy end. Very similar for Binder, if I'm honest. It does need that. And then, you know, as we know with Maverick and NEA, Maverick did find something in Thailand. Will that work here in Argentina? I don't know. And we know NEA, while he did have a strong race on the Sunday, is struggling with the bike, and they've been very open with that. But all in all, you know, it does provide some really good racing. The last couple of turns in the track are quite interesting, let's just call it. Obviously, it's one of the tracks that I enjoy the race at, and I enjoyed the race at Circuit of the Americas also. Not because I like the tracks, it's more so the time that they're on. It's like 6-7 p.m. Irish time. Therefore, you know, no one's looking at you weird when you crack a beer to watch the race. But I don't know. It's going to be difficult to see anyone else rather than Marc Marquez on the top step of the podium. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What are you most looking forward to? And who do you think is going to be the fastest man on Friday? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another